What's up guys, it's Weaver, welcome back. I have some very exciting news for you coming up. Pimax has today officially announced their brand new VR controllers. The new 6 Degree of Freedom wireless controllers will support all existing and upcoming Pimax high-end virtual reality headsets such as the Pimax 8K, the 5K Plus and the 5K XR OLED version. Of course, the controllers will support all other existing and upcoming VR headset brands which uses the SteamVR Lighthouse tracking technology. The new controllers will come in 2 different versions and price tags, and they are now named as the Pimax Sword and the Pimax Sword Sense. In this video, I will tell you basically everything you need to know about the Sword and Sword Sense controllers, and I'm sure you might find it interesting. As always, before we begin, a big thanks to all my lovely Patreon supporters and a special thanks to my official sponsors on Patreon, Commander Darklight, Art Armin and VR Ambassador. The Pimax team has been developing their new knuckle-style VR controllers ever since early 2018, and thanks to a lot of feedback and suggestions received from the public Pimax community full of VR enthusiasts and Pimax Kickstarter backers, many design changes has been made until now with significant improvements in every single iteration. Today, the final design has been confirmed for both versions of the controllers. Already now, there are fully working production units in-house at Pimax, and the company has announced that the Sword and Sword Sense controllers are ready for mass production with quantity shipments of the Pimax Sword controller during the second half of 2019. In other words, most likely at some point from July and onwards later this year. First off, the Pimax Sword and the Sword Sense controllers has been built up from the ground with full SteamVR Lighthouse tracking system compatibility, both version 1.0 and 2.0 actually. This means you can use your Sword controllers with any of the available lighthouses or base stations whenever you have the old or the new HTC Vive lighthouses, the Valve Index lighthouses or the upcoming Pimax lighthouses. Pimax has also announced their upcoming lighthouses or base stations will be launched at the same time as the Sword and Sword Sense controllers. Thanks to the SteamVR tracking compatibility, you will also be able to use the controllers not only with the wide field of view Pimax headsets such as the Pimax 5K Plus, the 5K XR or the 8K, but also with any other SteamVR tracking compatible VR headset on the market such as the HTC Vive, Vive Pro and Valve Index headsets. And oh yeah, and maybe also with the Windows Mixed Reality headsets by doing some custom software tweaking, which I already covered in a tutorial last year here on my channel. Of course, Pimax also aims to offer some killer package deals soon by bundling the Sword and the Sword Sense controllers together with their own wide field of view headsets, also including the 2.0 version lighthouses. This will give the VR gamers and enthusiasts the complete Pimax experience with its second VR gen hardware. Now, at the first glance, judging from the pictures, both the Pimax Sword and Pimax Sword Sense controllers reminds me of the Valve Knuckles or the Index controllers. The idea is basically that you strap the controllers on each of your palms and you can move your fingers freely without even need of holding or gripping the controller at all, just like with the Knuckles. The design of the grip handle and the ring of the controllers has been optimized to fully integrate with your palm, and it seems to be fully adjustable as well. According to Pimax, the surface of the grip handle is designed with a slight curve which gives you perfect fit in your hand. The center of gravity of the Sword and Sword Sense controllers has been optimized to give you a balanced feeling of weight when gripping or holding the controllers in your hands. The sensor ring around the controller is optimized to provide reliable lighthouse tracking and also gives more interior space for both bigger and smaller sized hands. As I already mentioned, there will be 2 versions of the Pimax controllers, one version with a thumbstick plus a touchpad panel and the second version with only a trackpad, giving more flexibility to users to choose from depending on their needs, their preferences and also the price factor. The first version of these two is the Pimax Sword Sense, which is the flagship wireless controller from Pimax. The Sword Sense will have a full-sized thumbstick design plus a smaller touch panel, with a layout very similar to Valve Knuckles. The controller will have 3 buttons localized close to the thumbstick and the touchpad, an A button, an B button, and also a system or menu button. The Sword Sense controller will of course have a dedicated and easily accessible grip button on the side and a trigger button in the front. But hey, that's not all, because the Pimax Sword Sense controller will also utilize sophisticated sensors for advanced finger tracking that detects all of your 5 fingers and finger movements. Yep, just like the Valve Knuckle does. The advanced finger tracking will most likely have the same software support for games and applications in SteamVR as the Valve controllers currently is using. The second version of the controllers is the Pimax Sword controller. This controller is supposed to be a slightly cheaper version with a trackpad style design, including a full-size touchpad, 2 buttons next to the touchpad, a grip button, and of course the trigger button. The Pimax Sword controller can also be attached or strapped to your palm when playing games with the built-in strap, the same way as the Pimax Sword Sense controller. Compared to the Sword Sense controller, the Pimax Sword controller version will not include the advanced finger sensor tracking, and this means it can be manufactured and sold with a slightly lower price tag. Personally, I think this is a great idea, as not every VR user needs or even wants to take the advantage of the finger tracking. While finger tracking is really an impressive technology and for sure a part of the future in VR, I'm sure there will be some games never supporting it, or at least never having the need of the finger tracking ability. Therefore, having a cheaper controller available without the finger tracking, but still including all the other functionality of a wireless 6 degree of freedom controller is the preferred choice, I guess, probably for a lot of VR gamers and enthusiasts. So now you may wonder, where can I order the Pimax Sword and Sword Sense controllers? Well, the pre-orders have not yet started, but it will for sure happen soon, and I promise I will make sure to let you know when the pre-order starts here on my channel SadlyItsBradley, of course. And what's the price then? How much will the Pimax Sword and the Sword Sense cost? Well, that part is still unknown at this point, but I will inform you about the price as soon as I know more. And remember, Pimax is aiming to start shipping the Pimax Sword controllers during the second half of 2019. An exact date is not yet set, but we can all hope it will be from July and onwards. And if you are a backer of the Pimax just like me and chose to pledge for a full Pimax bundle, or maybe added the controllers only to your headset pledge, I assume of course that you will receive your pledged units from Pimax before the pre-order starts shipping. I cannot see any reason why Pimax wouldn't do that. Personally, I'm super excited about this announcement. Looking at the images of the Pimax Sword and the Sword Sense controllers, I must say they look very stylish designed and very comfortable also. I have not yet tried them, but I will of course let you know everything about the Pimax Sword Sense controllers, their real-life functionality, the durability, the comfort, weight, quality, software support, and much more here on my channel SadlyItsBradley as soon as I get my hands on both of these controller versions, which should be actually very soon. And guys, what do you think about the Pimax Sword and Sword Sense controllers? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down here below. Thank you so much for watching, and once again a huge thanks to all my Patreon supporters, and a special thanks to my lovely friends and official sponsors on Patreon, Commander Darklight, Art Armin, and VR Ambassador. See you in the next one, guys. Cheers!